Everything we've worked for the past year is coming up in this moment. Like, we've launched, we've seen it successfully commissioned, and now it's a moment of truth. In space, we've had a health of our bus helping us, and now it's like really time for the capsule to go, and it's everything I've worked for and everything I've tested for is in this moment.
So later tonight, we will execute the deorbit sequence. The satellite bus will fire its thrusters for some amount of time. About 20 minutes afterwards, the capsule, the reentry capsule, will separate from the satellite bus. At that time, it will be hundreds of kilometers uprange, but traveling here at an extremely high rate of speed. It'll come back through the atmosphere. The exterior surface, the front of the capsule will get hotter than the surface of the sun, and it may appear with clear skies, potentially as something resembling a meteor streaking across the sky.
For this mission, we have multiple payloads on board. So we're hosting both a payload for the Air Force Research Lab, focused on understanding the environment of hypersonic reentry. And we're also hosting our own pharmaceutical payload, which is going to be manufacturing drugs in orbit.
This will be the very first commercial re-entry of a spacecraft into Australia, but this will be the first one that's been given to an Australian company under the new Australian space law. The Koonibba test range is a perfect place for returns because it is 41,000 square kilometers of unpopulated open space, so it makes it incredibly safe to return spacecrafts.
For the past 6 years, Southern Launch has worked closely with the Koonibba community and the Far West Coast Aboriginal Corporation to establish a great working relationship. Cultural monitors from their site support our return activities.
Firstly, I want to introduce the Varda team to Koonibba community and to the Australian Space Agency. So welcome to Koonibba, everyone.
It's a great spot for us to land. It's safe. We are able to protect everyone when we perform the reentry. Different parts of the world can come together, and this is a really cool partnership that we can perform so that Australian Space Agency, Southern Launch, everyone can come together and work on it, and we can advance each other's technologies.
Varda Safety, this is Range Operations. Be advised, all maritime and airspace hazard controls for the mission have been safely stood down. Over.
Come on, call it out. All right, so that's where we thought we would come down.
Together with Corey, who's the CEO of Koonibba, Wendy and myself, we would like, on behalf of the Koonibba Council and community, extend a warm welcome to you all.
The cultural monitors play a vital role in the recovery process. They attend the retrieval trips with our teams and ensure that recovery is done in a way that is environmentally conscious and considerate of the cultural heritage within the reserves.
As far as we know from the data we can see last night, everything went really well. So we had a successful parachute system deployment and touchdown. We continued receiving data well after touchdown, indicating that it landed softly, everything was still healthy. Touchdown site, already run through this with the pilots. It's in between some ridge lines. It may be embedded in brush, obviously, when we're out there. And then it's about 109 kilometers from here. So I believe Lewis's expectation is that it will take about 35 minutes to get there when we're going out there in helicopters.
It looks all right. It looks okay.
So actually, as of now, we have completed the majority of our inspection photos. So we're going to start putting on or laying out the materials that we're going to use to lift the capsule back to Sedona. So in this process, we'll kind of be rolling it around a little bit. We'll be able to get a couple more angles for photos for things that we couldn't see that were on the ground before. And then after that, it's just a matter of packaging it up and taking it back.
It is as expected as far as the capsule is concerned. The terrain is a lot different, so I think that does present its own challenges, especially with the parachute stuck in a tree, and I feel like this is probably the best scenario that could have happened. Could have been the capsule stuck in a tree and it would have made this much more difficult. So.
I also really like that I am working towards something that's going to help people in the future. I think it's a big step in that we are demonstrating that we can make pharmaceuticals. The first time, it's like kind of like a flip of a coin, like, can we do it? Are we crazy? And this time, like, we're making it like, we can do it, watch us.
It's a girl!
The whole world is going to be watching. It's doable, look at us, and then now we can start opening up to all the pharmaceuticals and really starting to venture towards helping people.
It's sort of a mix of emotions. This is the culmination of a lot of work. We did this once before, but it's never guaranteed to go the same again.
Southern Launch was really proud to support this activity. This was a mission of firsts, both for Southern Launch, Australia and the world.